week week 7 of the artist way. Let's get up the Google Cal. So this is a good week. I've got my energy back, like since taking CBD, which I've forgotten to take. Oh, yeah, my energy is back. It's almost like overactive, not gonna lie. But yeah, I feel more myself. I've been prioritizing a lot of recovery with my training. Last night I had a session with my coach and we've done a little bit more of a cut with the deficit, which is okay. I'm just going to take it week by week because now it's like this little thingy. Ooh. It's quite, I don't know. I'm not going to put it out there that it's challenging. Let's just see. But it's more challenging than before. But that's good because I did like this massive, I don't know if I shared this last time, I don't know, but recently I took my dad to a breathwork session and he had like a spiritual awakening, which was really cool. And a few days ago I did a breathwork myself at home and meditation, and the only thing that was coming through was like book your flights, book your flights, book your flights. And like obviously I've been away a million times to the US and it's been no biggie. Like I'll book it the night before, I'll just like book it and it's not like this big thing. But this feels bigger. And also I was meant to get the go ahead from my manager, but I just followed my gut. And after that breath work, I was just like, hey dad, do you trust me? Because I think I got to book them. And then I just told my manager, hey, I've booked them and I hope it works out. So I haven't booked my return. I have to do that before I leave. I'm leaving in 2 weeks. I was gone in 1, but I'm actually glad it's 2. Getting organized. I'm excited. Yeah. Yeah, I've just got it to LA and I need to figure out when it's New York. I haven't got a comment or anything like that. I'll just sort that out kind of when I get there, I guess. But my manager should have an apartment for me in Manhattan or Brooklyn. So that's really exciting. Yeah, it's just like a bigger vibe this time. Like last time I went, it was hectic in like the worst way. I've shared like a lot of what was going on, but this time I'm not really leaving anything behind that's upsetting. Like everyone that I love is there and they're fine, they're safe, like they're not in hospital or anything. So like that's obviously gonna change the energy and change my focus. Obviously last time I was very focused on music, but I couldn't help that my relationship was falling apart and I'd FaceTime my mom and she had like a tube in her nose. Like it was just like a lot. Like there was a lot of fear running around. So this feels better. And I might go for 3 months. I'm just sussing that out. And just like feeling into what's the right move. And definitely like the artist way, it does bring up stuff. Like it does, I mean, I'm always bringing up stuff anyway, but it definitely does like connect you to your own source and your own intuition, especially like the morning pages, like you're sitting with yourself. Sometimes I drag out the morning pages to like an hour and I'm just like jotting down a lot of ideas and there's a lot going on in the brain. Anywho, what's been going on? Google Cal. Booked that. Yeah, focus on recovery. So a lot of my therapy at the moment, I want to get that out of the way before I go like feel better with my trainings being yeah, it was like a bit niggly. And I don't want to be paying for $300 myotherapy sessions in the States. So that's been good. Yin yoga, stretching, back on the running. I haven't ran since CBD. I've just been doing my strength training and like 10K or 15K steps a day, and that's like taking it out of me. So my first run back, oh my gosh, it's like, well, everyone knows that feeling when if you're a runner or you're not a runner, like that first run back just sucks. Like it was just it was just sucky. Like and I was so sore. Anyway, I do these things. I do what I call a no phone 5, and it's just like more like a meditative jog run, and it's like I don't bring my phone, I don't bring my AirPods, and it's more like a connection to myself, like a meditative experience to like connect. It's yeah, it's motivating. So I definitely suggest that. I used to think people running without music were crazy. Like now I can run with music or a podcast, an audiobook or a training or whatever. But I do think it's really beneficial to like clear the mind. Sometimes what I was reflecting on this morning is we consume more than we create. And I want to be a creator. So a lot of times, like if I'm having a cheeky scroll, it's not really cheeky. Like I need to cut that out. So yeah, working on that, working on my skin again, like before I go away. Been getting peels on a lot of LED and it is getting better. A lot of friendship time. Obviously, won't see a lot of friends for a while, so that's important. I don't know if I've said this, but obviously I have like random jobs like all the time. Um, and at the moment I did some catering with my mum and I've been nannying, which has been really sweet. And it was my 28th birthday. So celebrated that and it was the first birthday that I didn't even cry. Like I think I shed one tear and then I shed happy tears because my dad wrote me a massive card and I was like crying of happiness and I was like, wow, like last year, I was literally crying myself to sleep because my boyfriend was away for work and literally got drunk and fell asleep and didn't call me and I was just like did not feel special. So that's another thing. Not taking away what he did do because he did really make it special, and that was another reason I was like, "Is this birthday like not going to be as good?" But it was good. I had my loved ones. I didn't have anxiety about being let down, and that was a whole vibe. Film ticking along. Still haven't quite finished it, but everything else that I can finish is online, so I can do that on Zoom and stuff and while I'm away, so that's good. But I do want to get as much done because when I'm away, it's bam, bam, bam. I want to go crazy with the vlogs and the content now. Like my energy's back and I'm back and I'm feeling my spark back. I didn't want like these videos to be all depressive and that's been the current state, so it's a lot better now. Original songwriting's been lit. Oh, that's what I was going to say. My birthday last year, there's a song about that. So there's a lot of Easter eggs in the songs, and I feel like if you watch the vlogs or like really pay attention to things, you're gonna hear the songs and be like, oh, I remember her talking about that. Like you're gonna know what it's about. Like I really wanna kind of like Taylor Swift vibe some things because there's yeah, everything is very intentional and poetic, like the lyrics and stuff. Like it's all a vibe. So that's that. Everything is feeling better, and yeah, like finally going away is obviously a massive move, and it's a vibe, and like getting my energy back is also good. But like being back to myself is like it's a mood, but it's also like whoa, like that's a lot of energy. So sometimes like I exhaust myself because I'm just like I need to like I don't know. I feel like I'm crashing out now because in the morning I've been like going crazy. So that's that. Yeah, we're vibing. I'm keen to be away. I have a feeling I'll go for like 3 months, which is a vibe. This week, week 7. So I had to like read the artist's prayer every day that's in the book. That was the last week, so that's been cool. And I haven't done all of week 7's tasks, but I just wanted to make the video today because I'm a bit of a busy lady lately. Um, but week 7's tasks. So week 7 is recovering a sense of connection. We love that. Talking about perfectionism, risk, and things that you would try if you were like super brave. So the first thing that pops up into my head, like I haven't even done this exercise, but it's always been stand-up comedy. Like to me, oh, like Jim's Carrey style, like stand up and acting, just like that feels like the bravest thing to me, honestly. Um, we talk. She talks about jealousy, and there's some exercises like that. So there's like a little bit of shadow work in there, which I do a lot of because I do have a mentor. I have a few mentors. One's very much around discipline, and the other is, and she's kind of like army style. Like there's you do like a daily boot camp, which is catering around just like building a stronger nervous system, and the other is a shadow work coach. So some deep shit. So doing this, it's like yeah, like it's chill, but it's a different vibe. It's like that artistic element. So the tasks, making this phrase a mantra, so an affirmation, treating myself like a precious object will make me strong. Love that. And you have to do a little bit of like an artistic task with it. Um, you have to listen to an album, and there's a bit of a task for that. So I haven't done that yet. Take yourself into a sacred space, so like a church, a library, somewhere in nature, and there's a task there. Um, create one wonderful smell in your house, soup, incense, fir branches, candles, whatever. I will do that, but I feel like I'm a big candle person and a big incense person and sage and Palo Santo, so I do get around that. But I'll do it again. I mean, I do that most nights, I'd say. Wear your favorite item of clothing for no special occasion. That one's actually kind of wild because I do feel like a lot of people and me will be like, have amazing clothes that you don't wear, and it's like, I think that's why I do experience magic when I travel as well because I wear all the like I'm wearing all that when I'm away, and I think people do that when they travel, like they put an effort in, and like that effort reaps rewards, like you feel great. And I think when you're at home you get into the habit of not wearing your best. So that's a cool task. This is a random one. By yourself, I remember this one from last time. One wonderful pair of socks, one wonderful pair of gloves, one wonderfully comforting, self loving something. The gloves is interesting. I mean, I will be going to New York and it will be cold. Socks is cool. I threw out, I don't own any socks that aren't great. Collage. I've been doing this actually. I found a stack of like old Vogue magazines. So there's a bit of a task there to do a collage and stuff. So that's a vibe. Quickly list five favorite films. Shutter Island, Edward Scissorhands, Coraline, James and the Giant Peach, and the Titanic. That's the first things that came to my head. Was that five? Notebook? I don't know. Do you see any common denominators among them? So you have to write. This is like a bit of a writing task. Um, Romance, I guess. Do you see traces of your cinematic themes in your collage? Okay, cool. Because there's a bit of reflection work. Task 9, name your favorite topics to read about. Definitely psychology, personal development, healing, quantum physics, epigenetics. Like, that's my favorite. I do want to get more into fiction. And like I said, I started rereading Harry Potter, which I need to keep doing. But I'm just a sucker for learning. So there's a bit of a task there. Maybe I'll have to pick up something. I am going to bring my favorite book in the world, which is Women Who Run with the Wolves, to America, and I won't bring anything else because I love going to Barnes and Nobles when I'm there, and especially at the Grove. Like that is just like my sanctuary. If I'm having a day in Hollywood, I go to the Grove and like I just like curl up in there and read Bukowski or Plath, and yeah, I just love doing that. So poetry is another thing because it kind of like works with my well, yeah, I'm a poet, I'm a songwriter, so obviously, yeah, that's why I like it. So I won't bring any other books because I want to pick up some when I'm there and when I'm in New York too. And I bring a lot of luggage, like a lot of bags, and I want to try and leave some room this time. But yeah, so what was I even talking about? Oh yeah, there's like a task with books. Love that. And then task 10, give your collage a place of honor. Even a secret place of honor is alright. And yeah, okay, cool. It's similar to like another task that you like kind of set up an altar, which I have done in this room. And like, well, I kind of have two rooms at the moment. So both rooms have like a bit of an altar with like oracle cards and I'm looking at it now, just like special things. So it's saying like make a collage for your altar, which is a vibe. Um, yeah, I know I'm going away, so like my artist dates I'm really excited to like do my artist dates when I'm away. I feel like I do them all the time anyway. So sometimes like yeah. Anyway, so how many days did you do your morning pages? Literally never miss a day. Artist date. And then she also gets you to track synchronicities every week, which is cool. And then issues or consider can significant things. Yeah, so that's week 7, which is a vibe. Today, what's on the agenda? I'm about to go to the gym, then I'll get my steps in. I'm going to the skin clinic and I'm going to get some LED. Pick up like a new, like Octa, whatever it's called, like a sticky thing for the back of my phone for content. Some press ons for when I'm away because we love them. Um, write some original music, do some other health related stuff. I'm gonna do like an hour long breathwork sesh, practice piano, do my shadow audit later, and my boot camp with one of my other mentors, which is today's not a physical boot camp. It's real like discipline around your nutrition, which is great because I just did a further cut for my deficit, so love that mindfulness. And I've also like added a bit of a challenge when I'm at the gym at the moment to just add um like at least 10 minutes of the stepper at the moment just because I want to. So, yeah, and the rest of the week it's really just like organizing. Like I need to do there's things that need to get done. And we just want things on point for when I'm away. Like I want to share more on like TikTok and socials and stuff, but I feel like I want to enter a new layer of depth and like really provide value in what I'm sharing. Like some of the come along with me is like, oh yeah, that's cool, but like, how does that relate to like the overall vision of being a rock star? Because a lot of things that I do, even if it's like fitness or nutrition or whatever, it's like it's all related. If I'm fueling my brain right, that's like for my songwriting as well. Like it's all I do see, and I say this a lot, like being a rock star is an athlete. Like I look at Taylor Swift, like she's an athlete. Like if you want to go into a that requires being an athlete. So I look at all this stuff like the yoga and the ice baths and saunas and the skin and everything. It's like there's a lot to take care of, and I think it all goes hand in hand. If anything, like being an athlete, it's like you don't even need to care about the appearance component, but it's like with acting, with music, it's like, okay, well, like your teeth matter, your skin matters, your hair matters. Like you've got to take care of these things like to a whole nother level, and your energy matters and your brain power matters. It's not just like physical capability. So that's why people like training, going on tour, like singing while you're on a treadmill, like the stamina involved, but then the mental clarity, and like that comes back to like how you're fueling yourself. And like depression as well, it can, for me, like my biggest block is overwhelm, and overwhelm is just such a cock block because it's like a shadowy way to avoid things. So if I feel overwhelmed, I just have to clock that and I have to like empty my vessel. So say today when I do an hour breath work, it's like I'm clearing a lot of that gunk. Like I'm clearing a lot of that from my body, but also in my mind. And it's just a clearer space. So if you choose to scroll on TikTok for 4 hours and you want to be a creator and you're wondering why you feel stuck, you need to clock these things. If you're eating shit for breakfast or skipping breakfast or just living off coffee and you're wondering why you're dysregulated, you need to clock that. For me, I I just like can't get away with those things. Like I can't get away with not sleeping and just like having caffeine, all this stuff. Like it catches up to you, and I like to like nip that in the bud instead of developing these habits. Like I like to not be addicted to anything. Not saying like I'll never touch caffeine, like there's different seasons as well. Like when I'm away and there are some days, like even when I shot my music video last time, like we went to the Cardi B party, I had 2 hours sleep, then was all day shooting a music video. I can do that here and there, but then I'll catch up on it and be like, I need to catch up on my sleep. Like I'll have a 10 hour sleep if I need when I can. So that's another thing I'm prepared when I go away is when I can get a good sleep, do it. Do your nighttime routine. It's great. I don't have to stay up and talk to anyone. Like last time, obviously, yeah, like I was spending hours on FaceTime with people, well, with someone, and that's not going to be things, so that's great. So it will be discipline with my night stack, with my night routine, with getting that sleep, with being refreshed. So it's like when I go into the studio, I'm a great collaborator as well. My brain isn't fried, it's fresh. And that's like the main thing. Like today, I'm nannying today as well to like midnight, and then I'm nannying all day tomorrow. And it's like a lot of times when I have these shifts, like babies go to bed, and it's like boom, songwriting, finesse, finesse, get as many ideas as possible, more organized. Like my note section is crazy, and there's just so many songs to sing, there's so many more ideas. So it's just like cleaning up the tabs in my brain as well. Like I've always had a million tabs open, and sometimes it takes discipline to just like, even daily, I'll just be like, get this out. And this is the thing, even though it's on the Google Calendar, like the satisfaction of well, as well, of like just like crossing it off. And even like when there's so much to do and I look at my Google Cal and it's kind of timed out, but like some things are just like up the top, like they're non-negotiables. So to have a schedule of when you're doing what also helps me. And I do color code things, like anything movements in green, like healing stuff and appointments like in yellow. Like it's all a thing. And I do share my Google Cal with a lot of people, and they do get impressed. Like it is a vibe and I do love it. And it's been like this for years. I don't even know how I survived without this. I was only a diary person. So it's like, I guess I just carried that around everywhere. What the helly? So yeah, I have been prioritizing mini breathwork sessions daily as well. And then like today, like I'll do a big one because again, I want to, yeah, clear my channel and be like the most open channel to hit songs. Like I need hit songs. I can ask my manager to get me in rooms and he can get me meetings and I can like do my thing. But if the songs aren't songing, then like that's up to me. Uh I just want like the best songs that, yeah, like people sing along to for decades and decades and decades, and they make people feel, they just make people feel like a depressing song might not make someone feel great, but it indirectly makes them feel great. So yeah, that's another thing. I actually, one more thing. I wrote a happy song accidentally. Like my mom's been begging me to write a happy song for ages, and it's not that like I don't want to. It's just not what comes to me. And it was funny because I was working with that on my songwriting and just like my focus, because like there's a lot of ideas right now with my kinesiologist on Wednesday, and we cleared some stuff. And that night I was like writing a sad song, and it got to the chorus, and I was like writing it sad, but then I was singing it the opposite lyrics in a happy way, and I'm like, what's going on? So I'm really proud of that. But what was I saying? Yeah, so writing depressing music or sad music or heartbreak music or whatever, that indirectly is making people happy because it's making them feel seen, it's making them feel heard, it's healing a part of them, it's making them feel less alone, it's make giving them hope. Like yeah, so all music's beautiful. I love it. But I am also excited to like get in the studio and like have some vibes that are empowering, like touch on some topics that aren't my norm. Like a lot of people over there, like especially who my manager works with, a lot of artists that are like really sexually empowered, and it's fun and it's like really confident, and it's like some stuff lyrically I haven't tapped into. So I'm excited to just tap into everything. Like obviously keeping my brand cohesive and like really potent, and that's why I have my, I guess I have my pillars within my song creation of like that's who I am. Like it's poetic, it's cinematic, it's deep, like everything is true. I don't tell anyone else's stories unless it's I'm telling a story from my life. Like I can write a song about my friend, but it's truth to me. Um and I do want to branch out and keep my creative genius flowing to be able to write for other artists as well, for sure. Um yeah, so I'm excited to like tap into all of that. So lots of songwriting. And yeah, it's like I live in 10 days. Countdown's on. I don't know how long for. I need to figure that out. But I'm feeling more of the 3 month mark, and then I come home for Christmas, and then bam, like there's some projects I want to do here. Um, Hopefully get our film into some short film festivals. Hopefully win them. That'll be cool. But just even being in them will be awesome. And then bam, anything can happen. It's like I'm in that world where it can be so overwhelming and deflating, and like it can suck your soul a bit. Like LA can suck your soul, but like it's also a choice. You can also make a choice for it not to. It's also a possibility for me to get a call tomorrow or get an audition tomorrow that I nail, and that changes my whole life. Like I'll think about that and I'm like, damn, that's wild. It's like I've come close to so many massive roles, and it's like it takes that one role where it's like you've got it, and then that opens doors for music, for acting, for teach. Like I've built the foundations there, so when it does take off, that's why I've got Titch. I've got the clothing brands. Like I've got the other things there. So it's like take off on all levels. Um, yeah, I've started the fires, and once something starts popping, like it'll be popping. So yeah, I'm happy to like I'm excited to create more vlogs of this journey and like going away as well, especially because like I'm back and can be myself. It's a lot more inspiring and motivating and just like better vibes. But I also wanted to share like the depressive start, because sometimes you can watch someone from where they are and just create this story in your head of like, yeah, well, they're a happy person, or like they're a motivated person or whatever. And like whoever they are at their core, they are at their core. But they potentially had to work to get there, or they potentially came from a rock bottom. They just didn't show the rock bottom. So I wanted to show the rock bottom, and I'm sure it's not my last rock bottom. So I pledge to be honest about that as well. Um, but I do want to show the journey of like I am going to make this happen, and I haven't even been sharing these vlogs, but maybe that's the point. Maybe whatever, then people can go back down and be like, damn, that girl was a mess. That girl was a mess. So it gives you an opportunity to, I don't know, whatever. We're rambling, but we love it. All I can say is let's fucking go.